We are the future of lacrosse. This is our game. We want to learn the game better, love the game more, and stay in the game longer.
This game should be designed for us. We want the right lacrosse at the right time for who we are.
We are not mini adults. The game you see on TV isn't the best game for us.
Yet, with the right path, we'll get there.
We spoke, and U.S. lacrosse and many other sports listened.
We want fair games. We want safe games. We want fun games.
This is what youth lacrosse looks like, and we love it.
"12U Lacrosse" is where young athletes hone their technical skills and begin building the tactical skills needed in lacrosse. The emphasis is to reinforce fundamental technical skills while allowing the athletes to practice tactical applications for playing lacrosse. In this section, you'll learn everything that's needed for a 12U lacrosse game. 12U lacrosse is played on a full field or on a cross field. A full field is 110 yards long and is between 53 1/3 and 60 yards wide. An X or a 4-inch square is painted in the middle of the midfield line. Restraining lines are painted 20 yards from the midfield line. Goal lines are set 15 yards from the end line. Crossfield dimensions are 60 to 70 yards in length and 35 to 45 yards in width. There is a center spot marked with an X, a 4-inch square or circle to designate the center of the field. Goal lines are set 10 yards from the end line. Two legal lacrosse goals measuring 6 feet high and 6 feet wide are needed for play. Finally, legal balls of white, orange, green, or yellow are needed. All balls used for play must be stamped with "Meets NOCSI standard." The game cannot be played if NOCSI balls are unavailable. Cones are used to mark the corners of the field, the far midline, and the substitution box. Field players are required to wear shoulder pads, arm pads, a mouth guard, a helmet with all 4 points of the chin strap secured, gloves, a protective cup. A player's stick is his tool of the trade, and with the varied designs of heads, shafts, and stringing methods, the stick is as unique as each player. Short sticks measure between 40 and 42 inches, and long poles may be between 52 and 72 inches in length. All other specifications for the head shall meet the U.S. Lacrosse 14U stick specifications. Goalkeepers have specialized equipment due to their unique role on the field and are required to wear a chest protector, gloves, a helmet with all 4 points of the chin strap secured, a throat guard, a mouth guard, a protective cup. Shoulder pads, arm pads, and shin guards are not required equipment, but may be worn should the goalkeeper choose to wear them. The goalkeeper stick is different from all the other player sticks due to the wider head. It measures between 40 and 72 inches in length. On full fields, the game is played 10 versus 10, with one legally equipped goalkeeper on each team. On cross fields, the game is played 7 versus 7, with one legally equipped goalkeeper on each team. In this section, you'll learn how 12U lacrosse is played. A coin is flipped before each game. Whichever team wins the toss selects either first alternate possession or the goal to defend first. All players line up facing their opponents at the center of the field. The official speaks about sportsmanship and fair play, and then the players shake hands and go to their positions or their sideline. The recommended time for play is 4 10-minute stop time periods with a 2-minute break between periods. If the game is tied, overtime is played with as many 4-minute periods as needed for a goal to be scored. With few exceptions, every game and each period begins with a face-off. For full field play, one midfielder from each team is behind the wing line, and all other players must be behind the restraining line. For cross-field play, all other players must be in their defensive half of the field. Face-off players line up the heads of their sticks to match each when the official says, "down." The official will adjust the players to ensure both are in a legal face-off position. The ball is placed in between the middle of the heads and the official says, "set," with his hand on the head of each stick. At this point, the face-off players cannot move until the whistle sounds. Once the whistle sounds, the players fight for the ball, and the wing midfielders are released to aid their teammates. The face-off ends when one team gains possession of the ball on the field. Offside is in effect for 12U games for full field and cross-field games. On a full field with 10 players, teams cannot have more than 6 players on their offensive half of the field, and they cannot have more than 7 players on their defensive half of the field. On a cross field with 7 players, teams cannot have more than 4 players on their offensive half of the field, and they cannot have more than 5 players on their defensive half of the field. While inside the crease, the goalkeeper cannot be touched by any member of the opposing team. Defenders may enter the crease to pick up a loose ball or to receive a pass from a teammate, but they may not step into the crease to block a shot or act like a goalkeeper. Offensive players are only allowed to have their sticks in the crease, but may not touch the crease with any part of their body. Players may enter and exit the field through the substitution box while the game is being played. This is known as subbing on the fly. Players may also freely enter and exit the field after the end of a period, a goal scored, while a time-serving penalty is assessed, and timeouts of any kind. "12U players serve penalty time if a penalty is called on them and their team plays man down. Penalties come in 2 different types: personal fouls and technical fouls. Personal fouls are fouls of a serious and safety nature. These fouls include cross-checking, checks involving the head and neck, illegal body checking, slashing, tripping, unnecessary roughness, and unsportsmanlike conduct. In 12U, when a player commits a personal foul, a flag is thrown, and when play stops, the offending player is assessed a 1, 2, or 3-minute penalty. Technical fouls are fouls of a less serious nature and involve players being illegally disadvantaged or gaining an advantage over another player. These fouls include crease violations, conduct, holding, interference, illegal procedure, illegal offensive screen, pushing, and warding off. In 12U, when a player commits a technical foul, the ball is awarded to the opposing team, and no penalty time is served if the ball was loose. If the offended team had possession of the ball, then a flag is thrown, and when play stops, the offending player is assessed a 30-second penalty. Now that you know how the competition is played, let's cover the do's and don'ts of legal and illegal contact in 12U lacrosse. The only permissible stick checks are the following: lifting the bottom hand or the head of the stick, whichever is below the chest area. Poking the bottom hand or the head of the stick, whichever is below the chest area. A downward check initiated from below both players' shoulders. Any check that does not meet the definition of these 3 checks is considered a slash. Legal pushes and holds may be used against an opponent so long as that opponent has possession of the ball or is within 3 yards of a ball on the ground or in the air. Legal pushes and holds are from the front and the side. Illegal pushes occur when one player shoves his opponent from behind, causing his opponent to fall or be unable to play the ball. Illegal holds occur when a player uses his stick to prevent his opponent from moving freely. At 12U lacrosse, body checks are not permitted. Any obvious collision should be enforced as a penalty. Lacrosse is always changing. As we learn more about how young players develop, the game can be tailored to fit them so they can learn to play in a safe, fair, and encouraging environment. Even though every competition is different, they all end the same. Teams should cheer for their opponent and shake hands with one another to demonstrate good sportsmanship and honor the game of lacrosse.